Okay, welcome to the today's session. Today we are going to start our Siddhanta Paddhati. So here is our Siddhanta Paddhati. As we know, it is coming under your UGC NET paper 2, unit 5. What we discussed now. Last fast we discussed the yogvis. It is also coming under your unit 5, and now it is at yoga. Your Siddhanta Paddhati is also coming under this unit. Okay. So, what do you mean by first? Let understand Siddhanta Paddhati. That is your just one. Yes. So first, let understand what do you mean by Siddhanta, and Paddhati. What do you mean by Siddha? Siddha means here it is recognized or it is considered as the Siddha Gurus, who are the experienced gurus or who are the experienced teachers. That persons are considered here the Siddha. Siddhant means the principles, what they are written or what they are following, that principles are known as the Siddhanta. Paddhati means the way. So the Siddhas who are written by their experienced, what are the principles they develop, whenever we are following, so that this book is written Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati. Siddha Gurus establish what they observe in their experienced sadhana, that is written here. Okay. And what are the discussion here? Very interesting things are here in Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati. Little bit complex things are written here, but very interesting things, because this book is written in the during the same 10 to 11th century. In that time also, how the Siddhas are, how the teachers are, how the Siddha Gurus are describing the body or this pinda, how it is look like, and a very interesting things here it is discussed by the, and it is written by the Guru Gorakshnath. Okay, here is also writer is Guru Gorakshnath, and who is the writer of the Yog Beej? Yes,
Guru
unmute
Gorakshnath.
yourself.
Same, right.
Yes, uh, yes, Guru Gorakshnath is also writer of the Yog Beej. So here Siddhanta Paddhati is also written by the Guru Gorakshnath. And
Is it something like first Yoga Beach was written and then this one, or like basic?
that discussion is not there, but
Okay.
maybe like this it will be happen. But no similarities are there. What are the discussion are there in the
Mm.
yogis? Completely different discussion in the Siddhanta Paddhati. Okay, and basically in this text in Siddhanta Paddhati, Guru Gorakshnath is describing about the different means how this pinda, how this body will be made, what are the things are there, and how one will become, say, get that siddhi, and not exactly siddhi, how one become a true guru, that qualifications is written here. Okay, and when one will be get that siddhi, what is the way he need to follow, like this way it is present in the yogis, but it is completely different in Siddhanta Paddhati what is discussed. Okay, so let's come to the point of the Siddhanta Paddhati, and total how many chapters are there? Yogvis is total is one subject, means one chapter or one textbook, but here Siddhanta Paddhati having total chapters is 6. This is most important to remember, that how many chapters are there in Siddhanta Paddhati according to your exam point of view. And the time also very important, 10 to 11th century. So here all chapters are named as Upadesas. As we know, it is also Hatha Yoga Pradipika is also talking about the chapters is also Upadesas, because which are very much linked or familiar with the Guru Gorakshnath. What are the topics they given all the chapters name as Upadesas. Okay. So here is the meaning is there. What do you mean by Upadesa or
The
Upades?
sixth chapter, the process
Total
of
6
giving up
chapters.
Means
the
near.
knowledge.
Yes. Upades
The,
means normally in the Sanskrit means is Upades. What do you mean by that? Teaching or the instruction. Okay. When this teaching or instruction is the spiritual guidance provided by a guru or spiritual teacher. So that things will be converted as the Upadesha here, according to the Guru Gorakshana. That whenever we are teach something from a particular teacher or maybe any type of teacher that we are discussing or we are just teaching, that is for the point of knowledge. But here it is given importance that whenever that instruction is given by a spiritual guru or by a guru to that disciple for his spiritual guidance, and then that things are called as are here upadesas, because why it is known as upadesas means advice, in the way of advice. So what the guru is experienced in his sadhana path, that only that guru will be described to or given instruction to do the his or her disciples. So that in that sense it is said as the upadesas. Okay. So how many chapters are there? There are 6 chapters. Very, very important chapter names. First one is the names are, it is Pinda Utpatti. The names are very, very important because in the previous year questions that are also uh, we get this type of question. What are the sequence of the Upadesas in the Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati? The first one is the Pinda Utpatti and second one is the Pinda Vichara. Okay, and third one is the Pinda Samviti, and fourth one is the Pinda Dhara, Pinda Adhara, and fifth one is the Pinda Pada Samaras Bhav, and the sixth one is the Nitya Pinda Abadutta. Okay, so to remember this, I have a just little bit discussion, then we will go for that. So before we discussing about this, that what are the chapter names, let me describe in a particular little bit elaborated way. So here all the things are talking about the Pinda. Okay. In Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, is total description is given about the Pinda. So here you need to remember Pinda. What do you mean by Pinda? Pinda means here it is mostly is talking about the body. But what is the Pinda is giving definition is little bit different. Many things are described here. But you have for knowledge or for remember point of view, I am telling you, Pinda means here is the body. Okay. So first chapter, so that it is named as the Pinda Utpatti. Okay, Pinda Utpatti means how this Pinda or how this body will be originated, how this body will be created. Okay, that is described in the first chapter. How we get this body, what are the things or the elements are there inside this body, how by combining all the things this body is made. So that is discussed in the first chapter. What are the elements? Okay, so that first chapter is talking about Pinda Utpatti. How this Pinda will be Utpatti. Utpatti means how it will be created, how it will be originated. So that is your first chapter. So whenever we know about this Pinda, how this Pinda, how this body will be created, then one must be try to know about the how what is present in this body. Yes or no? Whenever we create, we know that something is created. After that, we just try to search about that thing, that what is present inside this element or what is present inside this body. So that is discussions are going on in the second chapter. That what are the elements are present inside the body after creating. Okay, so that second chapter name is Pinda Vichara. Means something we are thinking about this body. That what are the elements, how it is made, that is in first chapter, and what are present in this body, that discussion in the Pinda Vichara. Okay, The first chapter, what is the name? Pinda Utpatti, means how it will be created. And the second chapter, so that it is known as, because we are discussing about this body, that what are the things that are present in this body, so that it is known as the Pinda Vichara. And the third one is Pinda Sambiti. After discussing about the body, that what are the things are present inside this body, then we have more excited to know that more knowledge relating to this Pinda. Okay, because here in this chapters, Guru Gorakshnath is telling what is present in the outside, that all the things is present inside. Tatha Pinde, Tatha Brahmande. Okay, what are the things are present inside our body, that is also present in outside of our body. Yes, Surviji.
Ma'am, I am not able to see the presentation. Are you still showing it, or is it my
No, I
network?
am not showing any presentation.
Okay.
Okay, just I am discussing how you will be remember the sequence of the chapters. Then we will discuss through the slides. Okay. I'm not showing. Yes, my voice is audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I hope all of you understood what I am trying to say here, because whenever you understand or remember the chapter names, then it will be easy to find out which are coming under which chapter. Okay. So what is the first chapter name? Who can tell me?
Pindotpatti.
Pindotpatti.
Very good. What is the second one?
Pinda
Pinda
Vichara.
Vichara.
Pinda Vichara, means after knowing about the creation of this body, then we are just discussing what is inside this body. Let's discuss. That is your second chapter. Then what is the third chapter?
Pinda Samvitti.
Pinda Samvitti.
What do you mean by Pinda Sambiti here?
Knowledge of Pinda.
Yes, something
Knowledge.
more. Yes, something more we are discussing. After, whenever we know that aeroplane is like this, then we are just our excitement is again it will be increases, so that we want to know what is that aeroplane, how it will be look like, why it is like this. In the same way, how this body will be created. And repeatedly Gorakshnath is telling what is present in the outside, that is present in also inside. Means what are the river, mountain, the mountains and the Kula Parbatas, wow, the all the things, or the air, what is present in the outside. The same way, the all the things that mountain is also present inside our body, and that river is also present inside our body, and also the sea, how the sea's water is looking very means its taste is salty. In the same way, it is also present inside our body in the form of urine. Okay, so there is a different description is given here by the Guru Gorakshnath in the third chapter. Then after one know about the more, getting more knowledge about this Pinda, then what we want to know? Now fourth chapter will become Pinda Adhara. Okay. If here, whenever we know that many things are present inside our body is looking like a is a very complicated machine. So who will be give this energy to this body? That is your fourth chapter. Pinda Adhara means who is the foundation of this Pinda? Means how this Pinda or how this body will be get the energy. So that is discussion in the fourth chapter. Okay. Then after knowing about the who is the creator or who is the energy creator in this body, that is fourth chapter, then fifth chapter will become, that is the Pindapada Samaras Bhav. Okay, after knowing about that backside energy, now the Guru Gorakshnath is discussing how this Pinda, means this body will be get united that supreme self. Because what is the purpose of life? To get united with that supreme self. Then how one person, one individual soul become united that with that supreme self, that is discussed in the 5th chapter. So that name is very little bit long. That is the Pinda Pada. Pinda Pada means the individual self. Samarasa Bhava. Samarasa Bhava means how it will be united with that supreme self. Sama means united with the Rasabhava, means who is the Rasabhava here? Supreme reality, or the name here it is discussed as the Parampad. Okay, so after discussing about this Pinda, all the things, in the 5th chapter we are going to know about the how the Pinda will be get united with the Supreme Self. So when one individual self will get united with the Supreme Self, then 6th chapter will become Nitya Pinda Abhaduta. Means Nitya Pinda means when one will be get united with that Supreme Self, then what is the nature of that person? Okay, what is that nature? What are the qualities of that person? So that person here it is named as the Abhaduta. Okay, when one will be able to know about that Supreme Self and get united, so that person becoming converted as the Abhaduta. Okay, and that name here it is given according to the Guru Gorakshnath in this Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati. The name of the person is Abhaduta. So the nature of Abhaduta, the qualities of the Abhaduta is discussed in the 6th chapter. So these are the sequence you have to remember. So first chapter we seen that first one is the Pinda Utpatti, means the origin of the Pinda, how this body will be become created. The Pinda means here I'm said repeatedly, Pinda means body. Like in the Ghatastha Yoga, it is described in which text? Ghatastha Yoga.
Gerund Samhita.
Gerund Samhita.
Very good. Gerund Samhita. The Ghata means what? There?
Body.
Body.
Yes. So in the same way, in Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, Guru Gorakshnath is means discussing that Pinda means also body. So on how this Pinda becomes originated, that is discussed in the first chapter. Just write down the name, all the chapter names. Just give me one. I hope all of you written the names. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you understand how these names are given? Or anyone having any doubt? Just ask me. Because most important to remember the chapter names. Yes.
Okay. Samvitti means in Sanskrit it is knowledge. Samvitti. What is the Samvitti?
Pinda Sambhiti here according to the Upadesas or in Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, Sambhiti means the knowledge regarding that Pinda. Okay. Sambhiti means the knowledge. What type of knowledge? Na Pinda Sambhiti. Regarding or relating to the Pinda or this body, that is called as the Pinda Sambhiti or knowledge relating to the Pinda. Yes. Any other questions? Yes. Anyone having any other question? No. My voice is audible or not? Because whenever you are not answering, I think that
No.
I'm having
Audible,
some
ma'am.
network issue.
It is audible. It is
It's audible.
And
Okay,
here
please give me.
one last one, Nityapinda Avadhuta. Avadhuta means a person who is
Yes, like
attend evaluation.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Avadhuta. Like in the Bhagavad Gita, one name is there. What is that name?
Name of whom?
Pragya, ma'am.
Yes, the name in the Bhagavad Gita, Sthitta Pragya.
Sita
Like
Prajna. Yes.
Arjuna is asking, na, Sthitta Pragyan sa ka bhasa? And how the Sthitta Pragya will be look like? What is the nature of that Sthitta Pragya? In the same way, here Guru Gorakshnath is discussing what is the nature of the Avadhuta, means who already get that united with that Supreme Self. So that is the Avadhuta here. So you may be seen that is the two spelling Avadhuta like this and Avadhuta like this. U also used and double O also used because in this book also, but it is also correct and this one is also correct. Okay. So I think all of you understood what are the 6 chapters. Now let me discuss little bit one by one the chapter names. Then we will go in details on the first chapter. Little bit you need to understand and you have to create your patience for the first chapter because that is very important. Because many things are present inside our body, how this body will be formed. Like in the Yoga we seen that whenever self will be united with the ego, then Panchabhutas, then your Saptadhatu, then your 3 attributes, then will be formed the body, then it will be convert as the individual self. In the same way, they are only given the 5 things that will become added one by one. But here is also given the 5, but many descriptions are given. Very short things are there. So let's see. In Upadesa 1, we will cover, which is the Pinda Utpatti. First, we have to discuss about the how this Pinda or this creation will be made. Who will the creator? How this creation will be made? So first is the in this creation, first will become that Para, which is the supreme. Here names are very important. Para. Then these are the classification of pindas are discussed here. The first one is the Para, then is the Anadi or Anadya. The spelling is same. The many in Sanskrit names are discussed that Anadya Pinda and also talking about Anadi Pinda. Same things, don't be confused. So first who will become Para, who is the supreme one. Then Anadi, which is without reason. Then third will become Adya or Adi Pinda, which is the origin. Then fourth one will become Mahasakara Pinda, which is the great body. Okay. Then fifth one will become Prakriti, which is the natural body. Okay. After this processing, means what are the processing here? After getting this processing only one, then only come which Pinda natural body will become. That is the Prakriti. Then after this natural body will be formed, then Garbha Pinda will become. Means how a mother will be conceived. After this processing means these 5 steps need to, before that conceiving, these 5 steps will be there inside that body. Okay. After that only this one woman will be get conceived and that will be called as the Garbhapinda here. Okay. Whenever this Garbhapinda will become, then Garbhapinda with Garbhapinda 5 folds internal cognitive faculties will become, which are called as the Antahkaran Panchak. Here everything you will get Pancha. Pancha means 5 things. Okay. Antahkaran Panchak will be added with that Garbhapinda. Then Kul Panchak will be added in that Garbhapinda, which is the 5 set of Kulas. Then 5 manifested powers also added with that Pinda, that is the Sakti Panchak. Then Pratyakikaran Panchak is also added in that Garbhapinda. So these are the 4 things which is added in the Garbhapinda whenever Garbhapinda will be created. Okay. Before Garbhapinda, these are the process. First Para will become, then Anadi will become, then Adi will become, then Mahasakara will become, then Prakriti Pinda will become. And also here little bit more description is given how this parapinda will be made. Again, 5 things are present here. Who made this parapinda? So after this parapinda, again 5 will become. Then that will be made the anadipinda. Then anadipinda having also 5 parts, that will be made the adyapinda. And for Mahasakara, there is the 8 great bodies are there. They make the prakriti pinda. So in this way, it is there. So little bit, I know names are little bit difficult to remember here, but you just try to remember the short way. First, you need to remember the main points. Para, Anadi, Adi, Mahasakara, Prakriti, then will become Garbhapinda. So after whenever Garbhapinda will be made, then it is 4 things will become, which are also having 5 things. Pula Panchak, Antakaran Panchak, Sakti Panchak, and Pratyaksha Panchak. So after discussing about these things, how Garbhapinda will be combined with these Panchaks, then he also discussing about the 10 nadis and its 10 doors. Also discussing about the 10 types of prana vayus, Pancha Prana and Pancha Upaprana. That is also discussed here. So after this, all things whenever getting merged with that Garbhapinda, then only a gross body will be made in the womb of a mother. Okay. After whenever this all the things are added with that things, then only this gross body will be made in the womb. Okay. Then after this gross body will be made, then how this gender will be identified, that is also discussed here. That how one child or one what is present in the pinda in the womb of a mother, how you will be identified that that child becomes or that baby becomes girl or boy child or transgender or special child will be there or twins. That is also discussed in this first Upadesa. Okay, so these are the discussed in the first Upadesa. After that, second Upadesa will become, that is your Pinda Vichara, which is the discussion of Pinda will be there. So what are the discussion are there? Now, there are 9 chakras are there. What are the discussion? What are the 9 chakras? Now, that are present, like we know how many total chakras are there in our body?
7 chakra.
7.
Yes.
Is it audible? No, I think.
Yes, my voice is audible. Okay. Whenever I am not audible, please confirm me by unmute yourself. Okay. So in the second chapter, what are the next is it is present. Now Upadesh 2 will become as the Pinda Vichara. This is the discussion about the body or this Pinda. So what are the discussion will be going on in the second chapter that Guru Gorakshnath is discussing that what are the things are present. Means first they are telling the importance of this body. What are the main things? Who are the what are the different things are present inside our body which will be helpful to get that united with that supreme self. So see, he is talking about the 9 chakras. Okay, that are very deep knowledge. The 9 chakras, then the 16 adharas are there. So here it is very important because so we get previous year question from this, that how many adharas are there.
Ma'am, your voice breaking now.
Now it is okay.
Now it is okay, ma'am.
Okay. So in this chapter we seen that the little bit deep knowledge is there. Okay, little bit deep means chakras is also talking, and 16 adhara is also discussing, and what are the 3 lakshyas or point of concentration is there. 3 lakshyas or point of concentration means that is your internal antar lakshyas, bahir lakshyas. Okay, the 5 antar lakshyas are discussed here, and different type of bahir lakshyas is also discussed here. Okay, different type of bahir lakshya means like you can meditate on the akas, you can meditate on the any chakras or anywhere in the outside, that are discussing in the bahir lakshya. Okay, madhyam lakshya, where is that is also discussed here, and 5 biomas. This is your previous year question. This related 2 questions are coming in the previous year. That what are the Vyomopanchak? That the sequence. Okay, Vyomas means here it is talking about the sky or Akasa. So there are 5 Vyomas are there. So that are known as the Vyomopanchak. So these are the things are discussed here, and the 8 types of yoga is also discussed in this chapter, the chapter 2. So in Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati is also talking about Ashtanga Yoga. This is very important. Okay. The next, if we are coming to the Upadesh 3 or the Pinda Samriti, the knowledge relating to the Pinda. So after knowing about the deep knowledge, here it is the next discussion in this chapter 3, little bit more deep knowledge. Okay, what are the more deep knowledge? What are the 7 patalas are there, or the nether world? That is also discussing in this chapter 3. And 21 Brahmandas is also there, because what is present inside, that is also present in this world also. By relating to this 3rd chapter is going on, so that what are the things in present in the world, that is like Saptapatalas are there. In the same way, the Saptapatalas is also present inside our body, and 21 Brahmandas are there. 4 Varnas are there. How in the society the 4 varnas are there, in the same way 4 varnas is also present inside our body. 7 continents is also present inside our body. 7 oceans also present. 9 khandas or divisions is also present inside our body, and 8 Kula Parvatas or chief mountains is also present inside our body. 9 rivers and 72,000 nadis is also present here. All the numbers are very, very important according to the exam point of view. How many continents are present? How many oceans are present? How many Brahmandas are described in the Pinda Samriti chapter? Or maybe in this type of question also come that in which chapter 21 Brahmandas or 7 patalas are discussed. Like in this way, maybe question will be formed. So you have to be clear and try to remember all the numbers. Here you need to remember. No other options are there. And total 72,000 nadis is also described here. Then next 27 asterism means nakshatra is also present here inside our body. How many nakshatras are there? 27. And 12 house of zodiac means the rasis, what we seen in the our society or in our nakshatra, that are the 12 rasis are there. That's the same, all the rasis also present inside our body. Navagraha means the 9 grahas or planets also present inside our body. 9 lakhs stars are present. 15 tithis or lunar days are present. 33 crore deities. Okay, these all are present inside our body. okay, by the Guru Gorakshnath, what is discussing in this Upadesa 3. Then next, after knowing about this deep knowledge, more deep knowledge after getting this third chapter, he just discussing in the fourth chapter who is the creator, who is the creating this energy for this penda or for this body. Who is the creator? That is the Nija Sakti. Here it is discussed. Who is Nija Sakti? That is the combination of Kula and Akula. Who is Kula and Akula it is talking about? Here is Kula and Akula it is talking about, because all the things are described about the Lord Shiva here, because Guru Gorakshnath is also the disciple or the believer of the Saivism. So he just, all the things that he just associate with the Lord Shiva. Okay. So whenever Lord Shiva and Parvati is getting together, like energy Sakti is given, name is given here. So then Nija Sakti will be formed, and the state of Kundalini, or that is the main Adhar point of this body. And that Kundalini is also having two parts, that is the Prabhuta and one is the Aprabhuta. That is the two states of the Kundalini. Okay, and how this awakening of the Kundalini will be formed, that is in the three states, that is the Adha, Madhya and Urdhva. Whenever, what is the process of awakening the Kundalini? Whenever the Kundalini is not awakened, that is in dormant stage, that is the Adha. And whenever it will be open up little bit, then it will be Madhya state. And whenever it will be clear up and awaken fully, that is called as the Urdhva. Okay, that are discussing here in this Upadesh 4. Then forms of the Madhya Sakti of the Kundalini, that is discussing Madhya Sakti forms of this Kundalini is two types. One is Stula, another is Sukshma. Here Prabhuda and Aprabhuda is the states of the Kundalini, but here the forms of the Kundalini is Stula and Sukshma. Okay, so these are the things, means all the things are talking about Kundalini Sakti. That is the main point through which this pinda or body get energized. So that is discussing in Upadesa 4. So after discussing about the Upadesa 4, he is discussing about the Upadesa 5. What is the Upadesa 5? That is the Pindapada Samarasbhava. How this individual soul become united with that supreme self, which is known as here Parampada. He is just given the name is Parampada. We already seen the same name in the Yogbis also. Because of the same writer, he using the same words. Okay. So only through the Guru one will achieve this Parampada state. What is that? This Parampada state means one will be achieve that Shiva state. And path of the yoga to attain moksha is only yoga path is the superior. We already discussed in the Yogbis. Without yoga cannot be possible anything. The same thing is discussing here. Many paths are there. So superior one is the yoga path. The 4 stages of sadhana, whenever one is started sadhana, there are 4 stages of the sadhana. First one is sahaja, second one is sayam, third one is sopaya, and fourth one is advait. So these are the 4 stages of the sadhana. Whenever one will be achieved this advait state, so that is the highest state according to the Guru Gorakshnath. And that whenever one will be get this that advait state, that becomes united with that superior one. Okay, so that is discussion in Upadesh 5. And also 5 santanas are described, descendants, and the 5 deities of the santanas, that is also described here, and 5 states of yogi, that is also described here. And Ashtapasas means 8 pasas or bonds are described here. Described in the this Upadesa 5 in the last. Okay. And repeatedly he just mentioned that there is nothing greater than Guru, nothing greater than Guru, nothing greater than Guru. Means in the 5th chapter, verses 62, repeatedly he is just telling Guru's path, what Guru will be said, what Guru will be advised, that you need to follow. Okay. And in Upadesa 6, Nityapinda Avaduta, which is the nature of the Avaduta, that is discussed. All the things are discussing about the qualities or nature of the Avaduta yogi. What are the significance of the 4 ashrams and how many types of yogis are there? That is the Tridandi, Ekadandi, that are also present here. So that are things are discussing here. 5 types of makaras or panchamakaras are also there. That is also discussed here. Niruthana state, how one will be get that in Niruthana state. Niruthana state, here it is stated as the Kaivalya state. So that is also discussed. And according to the different philosophy, what is the meaning of the yoga, that is also discussed little bit here. And who will eligible to get this knowledge, the qualification is also given here. And for Purusarth, only given little bit introduction, that what are the four Purusarth, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, that is also mentioned here. No more discussion, but only mention the 4 Purusarth. Maybe question will become, in which text 4 Purusarth are discussed. There is also given Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Pratipika, and Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, also, and Yoga. Then which one is your answer? Yes? Tell me the answer.
Siddha
Which
Siddhanta
text?
Paddhati, ma'am.
Siddhi Siddhanta Paddhati.
Yeah.
Only Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati is talking about 4 Purusarth. One more text is also there. So that I am giving you this type of option. Bhagavad Gita is also talking about the 4 Purusarth, no? Yes or no? Yes, tell me. Bhagavad Gita is also describe or also discussion of this 4 Purusarth. Okay. So if option will become like this, Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati and Bhagavad Gita will become in the same. So these are the discussion regarding Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati we seen. I hope all of you get little bit knowledge regarding this. Anyone having any doubt? Yes.
Just show slide 5, Upadesha 5.
Upadesha 5.
Just previous 5 years.
This one or its previous
Yeah.
one?
No, this one only. This one. Yeah. I missed out it.
Here all the names only given, 5 Santanas. What are the 5 Santanas?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Anyone having any other doubt? I hope all of you get my point, what we discussed today. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. But we need to remember.
Yes. In Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, most important thing is you have to remember all the names. That is very little bit difficult, but if